So, thank you guys for coming today. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself for the Facebook community. I'm live here at Billy's Smoothbore's Steakhouse and Seafood, right? Okay, located in beautiful Bandon by the Sea. I'm David, I come from Rawson Juices and Smoothies, and we're located on the other side of town. So 3 stoplights separate my business and the beautiful Billy's Smoothbore's, and I cannot tell you how many times people have come into my juice bar and said, I've never even been here because I didn't know you guys were here. I never come to this side of town. And to me that sounds really strange because it's a very small town. And so with all this stuff that's been happening the last few months, the owners here at Billy's Smoothbore's they're customers of ours, their staff, all their employees is like a family here at Billy's. And they've become a family at Rawson Juice Bar and Smoothies also. And the reason is the wellness program, and the real reason is the water. And so little by little, one by one, each one of their employees has come into the juice bar and started our wellness program. They've gotten on the water, and they've experienced the benefits. And in fact, a few of them have gone off the water only to notice how they feel. They get back on the water and they feel a lot better. And so throughout the last couple months, we've been talking about how we can sort of join forces, Rawson Juice Bar and Billy's Smoothbore's, and the water was the obvious choice. And so our body is 75% water, which means it should be our foundation for healthcare. It's not. Your doctor's not going to talk about it. And so what I have here are some really common bottles that we're all familiar with, and I've poured each one into a couple of cups here. And so the only other one that's missing is our Bandon City tap water. And so no offense, because we don't really know all the time, but a lot of businesses, my previous business included, utilized Bandon City tap water. And so for your cooking, for your drinking, and unfortunately we live in a world right now, and especially in a country, where they put a lot of chemicals in our city water supply, and there's really not much you can do about that. And what it is, it's just basically recycled, purified water that they have, they put chlorine and other chemicals, and we shower in that water, we cook in that water, we drink that water, and then we wonder why we're so sick if we're 75% water. And so even then, on top of city water, tap water, we're drinking bottled water because we were programmed to think that bottled water is better. And bottled water, as you can see, is not better because bottled water comes in plastic bottles. Plastic contains petroleum-based chemicals and toxins, and water is a solvent, so it'll leach those toxins. Males in this country have an issue with prostate issues, which are most likely due to xenoestrogen, which is a poison that's contained in the plastic, and that xenoestrogen is an estrogen-mimicking compound. And so what that does to the male biological body is it increases estrogen in the body, but it also decreases testosterone. And so, which will eventually lead to some prostate issues. And so right here you've got acidic soda, which of course we know it's acidic, but why is it acidic? Because they're carbonating it. It's got carbonation, which is sodium bicarbonate, which is probably what's in this water here. Purified water, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, potassium bicarbonate, and they claim that it's electrolytes for minerals, but it's not. These are petroleum-based minerals that they're putting in the water to make it sort of close to alkaline. Okay, they're doing the same thing to the tap water. They have to chemicals put in the tap water to make it neutral. And see, what we've got here is a pH chart. And so pH stands for potential hydrogen. If you have hydrogen in your water, then the pH is going to increase naturally. And so what we have here is Kangen water. I filled it up at the Rawson Juice Bar on the other side of town. And so then I'm going to fill it up a little bit right here. Okay? And I've got 9.5 pH. And so that's what I drink. I drink a gallon to a gallon and a half every day, but we should be drinking half of our body weight in ounces. And so right there, right off the bat, we can tell the difference because Kangen water has hydrogen. And so Brian, you talked about the little bubbles in your water when you just filled up right now. And what I explained was that the bubbles were active, living hydrogen. And so imagine a lightning bolt hitting a body of water. That surge of electricity is going to create a molecular restructure in the water. So that's a vibrationally structured, hexagonally structured, so it's shaped like a hexagon, and it's microclustered, which means it's going to be able to hydrate your body, detox your body better than any other water available. Certainly better than these acidic, poisonous scams. This is an $18 billion industry, and they're making people sick because illness and cancer can only live in an acidic environment. And so what happens is your body is going to drop in that pH, but it's going to need to neutralize that pH. That's called homeostasis. It's always going to maintain balance. So if you're drinking acidic substances, your body's going to have to balance out for that acidity. It's going to pull minerals from your bones in order to neutralize those acids. Your pelvis is your biggest source. That's why they take bone marrow transplants from the pelvis. And so what's going to happen, I've been taking care of elderly for a really long time. A real easy ground level fall, shattered pelvis. Why? Because a lifestyle that contributes to acidity inside of the body's going to neutralize the acids by pulling from calcium from the bones, and by the time you're in your 70s, you fall and you break a hip. Why, when you're 30 years old, do you fall and you break a hip? Probably too much coffee, probably too much soda, because right now in this country, kids my age are programmed to drink this garbage. Same thing like Gatorade. If I had Propel or Gatorade up here, it would be in this range right here. And I grew up drinking it. And so I wondered why I was so tired after practice, because I was dehydrated and acidic. And so what we have here is true hydration, true alkaline with living hydrogen. All right, and then the other thing that we have, because we're a restaurant and we deal with a lot of produce, especially at the juice bar, we have a problem in this country with oil-based pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, okay? And what does side mean? It means death. And so that means death of all the good bacteria in your lower digestive system. So what do we need our lower digestive system for? We need it for producing melatonin and serotonin. We need it for proper sleep function. We need it for hormone regulation. We need our lower digestive, it's our second immune system. And so a lot of people don't realize that, but when we're eating produce that contains harmful oil-based pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, they're oil-based. Water and oil does not mix. And so Kangen water produces a strong 11.5 strong alkaline water. And so what that does is it emulsifies and breaks down oil. What it also does is it cuts the surface tension of the oil. And so imagine if I wipe my hands on my pants, right, and I've got grease on my towel or on my shirt, which a lot of staff and kitchen workers do. Then you wash that stuff in your laundry, you need soap. It's slippery and it cuts the surface tension. That's why Dawn works so well. If you feel this water, if this water here, you feel it, it's real slippery like soap. And so because of its molecular structure, it's specifically designed to cut through oils and remove them from the product. And so now, not only will it remove the pesticides and the herbicides and the fungicides, but just like our body, this fruit has a semi-permeable membrane. Every single one of our cells has a semi-permeable membrane. And this fruit now is going to be more hydrated than before. It's going to be detox. And what you're seeing right here is detox of the fruit, because this fruit has been poisoned, just like us. And it really, really, really makes me angry. And so what we have here, you guys, can you see that?
Of course.
Is
Absolutely.
pesticides, herbicides, fungicides. Okay, and we've got a lot of them. And then, in this one, exactly, it will last longer, because these poisons will destroy the fruit and the produce just like it does our body. And you can see the difference.
Wow.
Kangen water 11.5 removes pesticides. Bandon City tap water contains pesticides. And so we're not going to do ourselves a favor. We're not going to do our produce a favor by continuing. And I'm not putting anything bad on Billy's, because these guys are my family. Okay? And I'm not saying anything bad about anybody else, because we don't know what we don't know, and they don't want us to know. And so what my job is now is to do my very best to educate and explain in ways that anybody can understand. And so the best way for me to do that is to illustrate the fact that illness can only thrive in an acidic environment, and the body will always maintain its pH. So if you're putting things in that's acidic, then your body's got a lot of work to do. But if you drink common water, then that's like giving yourself a tool, or your body a tool, to regulate itself easier. So imagine building a house with a hammer, and then all of a sudden the water guy comes along and gives you a nail gun. And so that's basically what we're doing, is we're trying to maintain our health with a hammer when nail guns exist, you guys, and we don't even know it yet because our healthcare industry doesn't want you to know. And so you're 75% water. Billy's is going to start serving 7.0 neutral pH water to your customers, to you guys, when you come and you eat. And what that's going to do is it's living water. It's not dead water. It's not alkaline. It's not acidic. It's perfectly neutral. And it's going to help your body digest the food that you're eating, because this won't. And so not only that, they're going to be utilizing the 11.0 water for cleaning your fruits and your vegetables. And then also, when you come in and you leave, if you have something to, maybe, I don't know, we need to talk to them about it, but maybe they can leave you with like a to-go cup or something. Because really we should be to-go-ing with this water too, and that's going to help you digest the food that you eat. So maybe we can work out something like that, because really the truth is you should be drinking this water with your food, but you should be drinking it on your way home too, because you're going to feel better, and you're going to remember where you came from, and you're going to know why. And so your food is going to be of higher quality, your water is going to be of higher quality, and your experience is going to be of higher quality, because this is a foundation of higher quality. And